Hey guys, we're loading up for another cruise. This time it's going to be a land cruise though. But we're driving to Seattle, so we're going to take you on the way to Seattle. And then we're going to hop on the Norwegian Bliss to a cruise to Alaska. We'll see you there. We started out our trip to Seattle entering the volunteer state of Tennessee. Here's a shot of Lookout Mountain in the Chattanooga area and the Tennessee River. Now here's a weird little twist. If you're traveling west on Interstate 24 toward Nashville, the interstate dips down into Georgia for a few miles and then back into Tennessee. Here's a brief glimpse of the skyline of Music City, USA, and it's also home of the Tennessee Titans. Then we reached the bluegrass state of Kentucky, crossing over the Tennessee River again before landing in Paducah. We stopped at a really cool welcome center named Whitehaven. They were doing some renovations, so we didn't get to take a tour of it. Then we crossed the Ohio River into Illinois. We visited the home of Superman and even got to see a tribute to Lois Lane. Metropolis appeared to be a clean town and had several gorgeous homes. We packed up the next morning and headed for Missouri. Passing through St. Louis, we could see the Gateway Arch. On our trip out west, we saw bridges that were architectural wonders, like the Stan Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge. And here's a beautiful church that we spotted on the way to Kansas City. And here's a quick look at Kauffman Stadium, home of the Kansas City Royals. Then we made our way to the Hawkeye State. We were staying in Council Bluff but decided to take a quick ride to Omaha and see the Henry Doorly Zoo. Beautiful sunset in Omaha. Okay, so we're staying at the Harris in Council Bluff, Iowa, looking across the river at Omaha, Nebraska. And for our special guest, we've got a concert series tonight. Look at the crowd that has turned out for folk pop artist Noah Kahan. Noah and his band are so popular that we could hear the crowd singing over Noah and the band.
It's not hard rock.
Another cool sight that we got to see that night was as Noah was performing, it looked like everyone pulled out red lights and just waved them in unison along with the song. The next morning, we crossed the Big Sioux River into South Dakota. Now, some of the sites in South Dakota included fields of sunflower and the Porter Sculpture Park. Now, we made a video of the Porter Sculpture Park, and I'll put a link down below so you can go take a look at that later. And here's the welcoming party at the park. Here's some of the scenery as we pass through South Dakota. They were doing some road construction at the South Dakota-Wyoming state line, so we didn't get a fancy welcome sign. We then visited Devil's Tower, and I'm going to let the scenery speak for itself. you can see, there's Devil's Tower behind me. We tried to get up to the visitor center, but it was an hour-long wait to find parking in the visitor parking lot area. So we decided to turn around and we're going to visit the Prairie Dog Town. We're at Prairie Dog Town, which is right across the street from Devil's Tower, and you can see a little guy right there. The little homes are in the ground and they're just out getting food for the day. They're happy little creatures. They just go squeak, squeak, squeak. After leaving Devil's Tower, we took in the sights that Wyoming had to offer us. We stayed in Du Bois, Wyoming. The next morning we made our way to the Grand Tetons National Park, stayed the night in the Deer Lodge at the Yellowstone National Park, and the following day we explored the Yellowstone National Park itself. We put our Grand Teton and Yellowstone experiences in a separate video, so be sure to search for those, and I'll also put a link below when they are released. After our full-day adventure in Yellowstone, we stayed in Gardner, Montana, which is just outside the north entrance of Yellowstone. We took a tour of the town before grabbing something to eat at the Yellowstone Pizza Company. We grabbed a Meat Lover's Pizza and it hit the spot. As we headed back to the room, we spotted some of the locals. The next morning, we headed out to enjoy our drive through Montana. On the way, we noticed these billboards that said, "Best shakes ever." Now, we had already had a pricey huckleberry shake at the Jackson Lake Lodge back in the Grand Teton National Park that was really good. We were ready for a break and decided to stop at the St. Regis Travel Center and see if their signs held any truth. They say you never forget your first time. Well, my first Huckleberry Shake back at the Jackson Lake Lodge is still the best. After our shake and a quick visit through the gift shop and aquarium, it was time to cross into Idaho. Idaho was very pretty country, but we soon crossed into Washington. It was time for another break, and we stopped at the Wild Horse Scenic Viewing Spot to learn some stuff. After climbing an elevation and passing some wind turbines, we caught a glimpse of Mount Rainier. We finally made our way into Seattle. Yay! After fighting some downtown traffic, we finally got parked and reached the terminal to head to our next adventure. Hey guys, we thank you for watching, and be sure to check out one of these videos, and we'll catch you next time as we go cruising through life one port at a time.